Now, a long legal saga stemming from a tragic crash that killed two young boys in Westlake Village could come to an end today.
NBC4 has been following this case from the beginning. Mark and Jacob Iskander were hit and killed by Rebecca Grossman back in 2020. Yesterday, the jury awarded their family $176 million. Today, they will decide on additional penalties and punitive damages.
Our Keenan Willard joins us live from outside the Van Nuys courtroom. Keenan, are there any indications at all the jury is close to a decision on this?
Well, Colleen, we're just getting started. We really heard opening arguments in what's essentially a new phase of the trial here in this ongoing civil case. You heard that number there, $176 million doled out in a previous verdict yesterday by the jury. Now we're heading into the second half of this trial where there's now going to be a decision on whether Grossman and Erickson should have to pay even more money as punishment.
You're going to set a message that this conduct is not tolerated, and it's going to stop others from engaging in this conduct.
Prosecutors say Grossman and her then-boyfriend Erickson went out drinking 6 years ago and raced each other home in separate cars. Rebecca Grossman hit 11-year-old Mark and 8-year-old Jacob Iskander in a Westlake Village crosswalk, killing the two brothers in front of their family. Grossman was convicted of second-degree murder and sentenced to 15 years in prison. The Iskander family sued Grossman and Erickson for negligence, and yesterday a jury found they were negligent in the boys' deaths, handing down a $176 million verdict for the family's suffering. The jury decided on different dollar amounts for the death of each of those two boys. Legal experts telling us exactly how the jury could have landed on those figures.
There are all sorts of factors the jury takes into account: the ages of the children, the relationships between the kids and the parents. How do you translate suffering, the loss of a child, into a dollar amount? But that's the job of the jury.
As high as it gets on the scale.
And now we're getting into the punitive phase of this trial. The Iskander family's attorney saying the jury should award the family more money to punish Grossman and Erickson for their actions and set an example for the community in this case. The defense for Grossman and Erickson is arguing the jury already made their decision with yesterday's verdict, and also making some arguments about the state of the finances of the defendants in this case. Now, there's already been that multi-million-dollar verdict, but there are some questions at this point whether Grossman and Erickson are going to be able to afford any more damages that would be assigned by the jury today on top of that $176 million price tag, that verdict that came down yesterday. More on that coming up ahead at 4. For the moment, from Van Nuys, Keenan Willard, NBC4 News.